Students, this is our final chapter in our advanced level. So here we are going to see our first question was the Fibonacci sequence and factorial calculation. So this Fibonacci sequence is one of the most important and the repeated questions that are asked in the interviews. So okay, we are going to implement that. So here I open my script file. So you can see this is my Fibonacci program. So this is nothing but I create a function and I name that function as Fibonacci n, Fibonacci and the parameter as n. So inside this curly braces I declared that n as if n is smaller than or equal to 1, then it will return the n value. So otherwise it will return the Fibonacci. Here it's a small mathematical addition sum is here. So n minus 1 plus n minus 2. So this is our functions. So here below that I perform a for loop in this code. So here the for condition is I is equal to 0. So in this code the I is start from 0, then that the I value is smaller than or equal to 10. So what's the value is I is start from 0 and end at n from 10. So then the I can be incremented. So that's from 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and finally 10. So now I console log. Here I use this dollar symbol. So previous class I will said this dollar symbol is used for dynamic input variables. So here this Fibonacci can generate the dynamic versions of the codes. So this dollar symbol I can use here. So now we are gonna execute this code. So you can see the Fibonacci series is starts from 0 to 10. So here the values will be displayed. So let I explain that here the Fibonacci is 0 is 0 or nothing but. So here you can see the Fibonacci 1 is equal to 1. This is how should we get that was the Fibonacci return the Fibonacci n minus 1. So first of all it will be declared as n minus 1 means 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. Then the Fibonacci series n minus 2. So n value is 1 minus 2. So it provide a n minus 0. N minus 0 value is we previously view that Fibonacci 0 value is 0. So here 1 minus 2 is 0. So here the answer is 1. So now I gonna explain the value of 2. So here n minus 1 means 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So then 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So you can previously see that the value of 0 is 0. So that is nothing. So then the value of Fibonacci's 1 value is 1. So that will be printed as the Fibonacci's value is 2 is 1. So here I also do that for the Fibonacci series 3. So the value of n is 3 minus 1 is equal to 2, and then the value of 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So now you can see the Fibonacci series value of 2 is 1. So that is 1 plus, and you can see the Fibonacci's value of 1 is 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So here the value of Fibonacci 3 is 2. So this is the method to do the Fibonacci's equation methods. So here the output can be verified successfully. So now we are going to do that our another task. So here our second question is to solve the factorial. So that is the factorial calculation. So that the factorial you are studying in your schools and colleges something. So here first of all I start to write the function. So here, so I named that function as factorial. So inside the parameters I provide the value is n. So inside the calculators I start to write the condition if my n is strictly equal to 0 or my n is strictly equal to 1, then it will return the values 1. So then otherwise it will return n star return n star multiplication of the factorial, and then the condition is n minus 1. So here you can see that I assume that the result is the function is factorial and I take the input as 5. So now that the result. So first of all let me explain this code. If the number is strictly equal to 0 and strictly equal to 1, so if you factorial the values zeros and ones, it will be written as 1. So otherwise if the numbers are something differ from zeros and ones, then it can be factorial as this method, that is n minus 1. So here I execute this program. So the answer is 120. So the factorial of 5 answer is 120. So here I can explain this code first of all. That is okay, if I change that the value into 4, sorry. Okay, now we are going to okay, that the factorial of 4 will be as the 24. So how it should be possible for using this can be explained in this. So this is nothing but I take my factorial value as 4. So here I take the factorial value as 4. So that means what is our condition? That is n star factorial. So n is 4, then this star, then factorial of n minus 1. So what's the value of n? 4 minus 1. So that means 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So I replace it as 3. So here so then it's equal to four star 3, then star. So we get the factorial as 3. So it was multiplied by the another factorial, that is factorial 2. So then this step can be repeated until it reaches the base value. So now I can just copy and paste it, but it was changed into 2 star factorial and change the value into 1, and then 2 star factorial into 1 star factorial 0. So okay, now this is our base case. Then below that 2 star then also 1. So previously I said that the value of 0 and 1 it should be written as 1, so it should return as 1. So here we factorial this one, we can get the value that is 24. That means 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24, 24 into 1 24, 24 into 1 24. So the value is 24. So this is a simple example by using the factorial calculation concept. So this is also similar to all of the numbers. So here I change the value into 3. Then we are going to execute that. That is 3. Then 3 factorial. So minus 3 minus 1 is 2. So that is 3 factorial. 2 factorial, that the factorial is 1, then 3 factorial, 2 factorial, 1 factorial, the factorial is 0, then 3 factorial, 2 factorial, 1 factorial into 1. So we are going to run this code. You get a value as 6. So you can see that 3 2s are 6, so 6 1s are 6, 6 1s are 6. So I hope you can understand this concept. So we are going to our next question, that is, so in our next task we are going to solve check if a number is primal, then a binary search. So okay, first of all we are going to start with check if a number is prime. So this word is very simple to understand. That is that numbers can be provided. That our job is to find is to check that the number is a prime or not. So here, so okay, now we are going to implement the program. Check if it is a prime number. So here I write a program. So first of all let me explain that. That is okay, that is first of all I create a function. Its name is prime. Then I take the parameters as number. So inside that if the number is smaller than or equal to 1, then it will be written as false, because the prime numbers is not a negative numbers, so that this condition will be declared in this place. So then now we are going to start to write a for loop condition. So for let I is equal to 2. So the I value starts from the value 2, and if the I is smaller than or equal to max square of the numbers, so then this should be incremented. So here this square of the numbers means if the number is divisible by any numbers in the range, so it will provide the value as 0, that cannot be a prime number. So then if the condition that the number is divided by I, so that means if we start to write any numbers in this that can be divided by our I value, so that our I value is 2, so that the number is divided by 2 and get the value as 0, then it not be a prime number, so it returns a false. So this is our condition. So if the value is not 0, it should be returned the true. So here I provide values, that is 1 2 1 0 1 2 3 7 12 and 70. So now I'm gonna execute that code. So no space, my file name, that is script.js. So here you can see that the value 0 is prime false, because 0 is not a prime number and 1 is also not a prime number. We declare it in this condition, that is the number is smaller than or equal to 1, it should be written the false. so it returns the false statement. So then that 2, so this condition will satisfied by this one, because this 2 is divided by 2, it gets a value 0, so it also returns false. Then 3, so 3 is divided by 2, it returns 1, so it is a prime number, so condition is true. 7 is divided by 2, that the remainder is 1, so it's a prime number. 12 is divided by 2, the remainder is 0, so it's not a prime number. And then 17 is a prime number. So this is a simple program to find that the given number is a prime number or not. So then now we are going to write a program for the binary search. Okay, binary search, we all studied it in our colleges. If you're computer science students, you can know about the binary search. So here, first of all, we are going to write a program that is function. That function name as binary search. So inside this parameters, I entered two parameters, that is one is array and another one is target. And inside that I include two parameters, one is array and the another one is target. So let us first assume left. So left is 0 and the right is array length, that is -1. So it can be declared in this. So now it initializes the two pointers, left and right, okay, to start and end. So left and start and for the end array respectively. So here I am using a while loop for a continuous as long as the left pointer is less than or equal to the right pointer. So this statement stands for that. So then it will print as math flow left plus right, then divided by 2. So then inside this loop that can calculate the middle index mid using. So this middle index, that is a keyword for the mid. So here it's using a integer division. If the value of at the middle index is equal to the target, so that the value of the middle index is strictly equal to the target, then it returns a mid. So otherwise the mid value is smaller than the target, then the left is mid plus 1 condition will be displayed. So apart from these two conditions, otherwise it will display that the right is equal to mid -1. So then it will return the -1 value. So this -1 value is shown when if the target is not found in the array. So otherwise it will show the functions as -1. So here let I assume that the shortest array, that is 1 2 3 4 to 10. So my target value is 7. So then what's the result will be indexed as, here I call the function that is binary search. Inside that the array and the target will be declared. So my parameters sorted array and the target value. So the sorted array is inside this array values and the target values is I assigned the value as 7. So now I console log. Here I execute this program. So you can see index of 7 in the array is 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, that is nothing but previously I said. So 7 is in the position of the mid, so it can return the value is value in the array. So index of the 7 in the array is 6. Okay, so the index of the array in 7 is what? 1 2 3 4 5 6 and the 7. So once again, so that's all. It is a simple program by using the binary search method. So in the binary search, it can be indexed as the value of the target value 7. So it can be displayed in the 6th position in the array. So the value of this index array is 7. Now here I change the value 7 into 6. Here I run this code. You can see that the value of array in index of the 6 in the is 5. That means it's a before value that can be placed before the 6. So let me change the 6 into 10. Here you can see the output as 9. So here you can see that the index of the 10 is 9. Okay. Now we are going to change the index of the 1 is returns the minus 1 count. Okay. So the index of 1 in the array is 0 because before 1 we don't have any values in it. Okay. So this is a small program. So it's also a repeated question that can be asked. So now we are going to solve our another task. So the third one is merge two started array. So this is a little bit of confusion was raised in this code. So okay, we are going to declare it. So now we are going to write our last program, that is merge sorted arrays. So here I provide a code, that is I create a function and the function So here I can provide a program, that is I create a function and I name that function as merge sorted arrays. So then inside that I have two parameters, that is array1 and array2. So first of all I assume that the merged values in this array, then that I take two values, one is I and j. So I value is 0 and j value is 0. So here then I create a while loop, that is nothing but it is run continuously until it get an output. So here that the value of I is array1 length and j array2 dot length. So I is declared for array1 dot length and j is declared for array2 dot length. So inside that the if else condition will be placed, that the if condition is if the array1, that is array I, and is smaller than array2, that is j. So this condition will be satisfied, it will be merged and pushed into array1, that is in I value should be incremented, otherwise the j value should be incremented. So apart from these two, it will return the merged concatenate, that is array1 slice I and concatenate array2 slice j. So inside this loop it compares the elements at the current position, that is array1 I and array2 j. If array1 I is less than array2 j, it adds array1 to merged and increments array. If array2 j is less than or equal to array1, it adds array2 j to merge and increments the j. So then after this loop it concatenates the remaining elements of the array1 and array2 and merged it in merge that array. So here I provide an example. Let the sorted array1. So I take the array1 value as 1 3 5 7 9 and array2 value as 2 4 6 8 10. So here the merged array will be displayed as, here I call the function so merge sorted arrays. So inside the parameters, that is array1 and array2, that declared is as sorted array1 and then sorted array2. So here I console log that the merged array will be displayed in this and joined in this place. So now we are going to execute this program. So you can see that the two array values are inside in this can be merged in the single array, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So I hope you can understand this merged sorted array. That means we entered two different values in two arrays. It should be merged and give us in the same array concept. So here, so finally we are successfully done our advanced level. So I hope this course will be very useful to you to build your career and step forward to achieve your success. And if you want to learn more about the JavaScript and in-depth, and you also have to practice it in your day-to-day life, So here our website also can provide you to the one-to-one session. So if you have any doubts in this, you can ask to our staffs, and if you successfully completed this course, you also can get a certificate for that, and the certificate was valued to add to in your resumes. And we also can provide a regular class, so you can attend it regularly. If you want to attend the offline class, you also able to come to join in our class. Okay, thank you students. Once again, congratulations for your career.
To obtain a course completion certificate, visit our site and finish the rest of the course videos within the given time. Sign in, choose your course, watch the video and take the quiz. Finish all of them to get the certificate. Happy learning!